Hello and welcome to Camilla's Corner. Now, I have a quick disclaimer before this episode begins, and that is that there is a bit of crackling coming from my microphone. I'm not really sure where it is or why it's happening, but just letting you know so that you're not completely thrown off if there's any crackling. I apologize about it. I'll see if I can get that sorted out. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. It's nice and short and sweet. Hello everybody, welcome to Camilla's Corner. I am Camilla, and I am the ultimate procrastinator because I am recording this literally the night before I need to put it out. And I don't really know why. I just haven't gotten around to. I haven't really felt like doing it. So, but I'm feeling like it now, which is good. But yeah, just been chilling. Last week's episode, I had my sister come on. I loved that episode. That's actually one of the first episodes that I've been able to listen back to and not cringe. I love it so much. So if you haven't listened to it, please do, because you get a real intel into my sister and I talking just as we do. It's really fun, and if you would listen to it, I would really appreciate it. I really enjoy it. It's probably my favorite episode so far. But yeah, just about my week. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. Just not the greatest start to my week. I've had a couple lows, but I've had a few good moments too. But that's just how life is sometimes in the solo living life. Got a little homesick, especially. Just missing home, and I want to go back soon. Hopefully I can. Just a lot of stress and things, but hopefully it lifts up by the end of the week. I've got a few things for this weekend that I'm excited for. And yeah, hopefully we liven up. But yeah, I find just with this podcast, it's interesting how much better I am at speaking and taking up all the space I need. And I've just become, I don't know if it's because I've become more lazy with editing, because my first couple episodes I would edit them brutally, just chopping up everything. But my last episode, I barely edited it at all. And I don't know if people notice, but I notice. I don't really care though. It's me talking like I normally would, and it's easier for me to edit, so that's kind of all that really matters. But yeah, I've just found that interesting as I've done these episodes and how to edit them after. But enough about my week and everything that's been going on. Let's just get straight into it. Now, I asked earlier this week on my Instagram, follow at Camilla's Corner _ to get involved, about people's bucket lists. Because I've been thinking a lot about my personal bucket list and just the things that are on it, and more specifically the things that used to be on it that I've achieved now, and I think younger me would have been very impressed. So I just kind of want to delve into all of that real quick. So firstly, what is a bucket list to those who may not know? So my little dictionary online says that a bucket list is a number of experiences or achievements that a person hopes to have or accomplish during their lifetime. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good definition. I say it as a list of goals that are quite big in your life that you want to achieve. You might necessarily not achieve them. You might not necessarily achieve them, but it's the whole point of them is to dream really big and just throw out the biggest things. And I also had I was why do they call it a bucket list? And I also Googled this, because Google is my best friend. And it's basically from like to kick the bucket, which is like to die. So like a list of things to do before you die, basically. Because if you like kick the bucket, that's like you dying, which is kind of dark, but oh well, it's cute. I like having a bucket list. It's just inspirational to have a bunch of goals that seem not not unattainable, but just they seem so big, and when you achieve some of them, you get really satisfied, I think. I don't know, I like to do a lot of work on like manifestation, law of attraction, all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big like believer in achieving your dreams and all of that. And a bucket list is something that is very big and like just a big concept to deal with, but I feel like everything on my bucket list can be achieved with enough work, with enough like luck and work. It can happen. You never know. It can happen. A lot of stuff is on there. So let's just go through my bucket list because there's a few things on here that just want to discuss. So I'm probably definitely going to leave out some of the things on my list. Not intentionally, I just don't think I'll remember all of them. Mostly because I've got like everything in my mind. But we'll see what I remember. One of the first things that I've got on my list is that I want to perform on Broadway in a professional musical. That's just a big, like, that's not a surprise to anybody because that is what I'm working towards. That's a goal that I really want to do. To be on Broadway, though, is a bit bigger of a goal, but I think it's possible and we can try our hardest. And if not, I mean, we went there and we've been there and we've seen it, so honestly, I don't know. But we won't close any doors because you never know what could happen. Another like random thing that's on my bucket list, that I've had on my bucket list for like years and years and years and years, is to swim in the Dead Sea. Now, if you don't know, the Dead Sea is, I think it's the lowest point below sea level, like on land. That sounds so wrong, but it's something like that. And it's basically this sea that is so salty that there's nothing living in it. That's why it's called the Dead Sea. And it's so salty that you float on it. You're just floating and there's no possible way for you to sink. I've always wanted to go there for some reason. Like, probably since I heard of it, which is maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. I've just always really wanted to go to the Dead Sea for some reason. And I still do, honestly. Like, I feel like it would be so cool. And I've committed to this thing on my bucket list, so I think I've got to honor it and just keep it there and have it and just eventually go because you never know. Another thing that I've got on my list is that I want to swim with dolphins. Now, I've done like interact with dolphins thing before and it was amazing. But I feel like being able to swim with dolphins like properly, magical experience. I follow like some like a lot of travel people, and I've seen like people going and swimming with dolphins out in the wild. I don't know if I want the wild, but you know what? I think it would just be such a beautiful experience, and I've always loved dolphins, so I really want to do it. Kind of similar to that. I have like a big goal like on my bucket list that I'm determined that I will do in the future. Like when I'm an adult. Oh, gross. I am an adult. That's not great. Okay. So when I'm like older and have like full job, whatever, I'm gonna rent a boat. Like a big boat with just in the middle of nowhere, invite a bunch of my friends, and we're gonna spend like a week on this boat having fun, like playing like board games, just having the best time ever. That is like so high up on my bucket list. That is something I need to do because I just want to be able to do stuff like that in the future. I want to be able to just get a boat, put it out in the middle of nowhere, invite all my friends, and we just have the best week ever. Like, that's gonna happen, and if you stay friends with me, you might get invited. Who knows? But that is something I 100% want to do just somewhere sometime. Okay, I'm very much a big fan of like the ocean and like water and all that stuff because of my few bucket list things. But I want to be a surfer. Like I want to be able to surf. That's like high on the bucket list. I want to be able to surf. I will talk about this in future episodes as well. And because I think surfing's so fun and cool. And I've done it like a couple times, and by a couple times I mean like I stood on a board once. It wasn't that impressive, but it was fun. So I really want to do like something related to surfing. Just casually, I feel like it would be really fun. Another fun thing that I really want to do is on my bucket list is to be a summer camp counselor. There's a few like programs that take like Australians to America where you can work in a summer camp. Like, and by summer camp I mean Parent Trap. I mean, oh, I forgot every other thing that has. Oh, Camp Rock. Are you joking? Just working as a camp counselor, I feel like would be so much fun, and I really, really want to do it. That's something that's like on my more like realistic bucket list because I'm sure that I'll do it eventually. I just will. And I'm like holding myself accountable to these because I really want to do them, so why should I not? Yeah. Those are like most of the things on my bucket list that I can think of right now. But I kind of wanted to go into things that used to be on my bucket list that I've achieved because it's just cool thinking back on the stuff that you've done in your life and the stuff you've achieved and how younger you would have been so shocked like that you did it. A big example for me is buying my car. So back in Sydney, I this was maybe I was in year 10 and I decided that I really wanted to buy a Volkswagen Beetle, which is the cute little round cars. Google a photo because they're the cutest cars. One of the new ones, not the super old vintage ones. But I really wanted to buy one for myself. So that was a big goal. That was probably my biggest goal for year 10 and 11 because I just really wanted it. I really wanted this car. I put it on like all my vision boards. I put it everywhere. Every time I saw a Volkswagen Beetle everywhere, I would say, "Oh my gosh, look, there's my car." So I would like associate the image of a Volkswagen Beetle with me and my car. And just skip a few chapters, and mid-year 11 or something, I was able to afford and buy my car. And I remember the first time I saw it in person, I was just, oh, like all my culmination of like wanting this car for so long finally came into place, and I finally had it with me. And I think I spent like 2 days straight just sitting in that car when I first got it, because I was just in such a state of like satisfaction and relief and everything. I love that car. But yeah, that's a big thing that like was something on my bucket list that I really wanted to do. And when I did it, it was so satisfying and just happiness inducing. It was so great. Another thing was that I really wanted to do, bucket list moment, was going to Broadway, going to New York, seeing all that. And I've touched on this so much, so I'm not gonna go into it. But again, just massive amounts of satisfaction and crazy like pinch me moments, because that's something I only dreamt about, and I didn't even imagine happening, because it felt like such a foreign crazy concept. But when I was there, yeah, it was pinch me moments all the time, being like, I am here in New York City. That's insane. I'm a big advocate for vision boards and having like a visualization of what you want, because I actually don't have one this year because I haven't put one in my apartment, but I should actually make one, because they're so efficient and effective at like like I said, I'm a big believer in like manifestation, in law of attraction, in visualizing and creating your reality, kind of. And it would be crazy at like start of last year, I made a vision board with a bunch of stuff on it, a bunch of things that I wanted. Like I would take, oh no, a better year is the year before. This doesn't really matter, but like it matters to me. It's like 2021. I made a vision board. I put pictures of my car that I wanted. I put pictures of like things that I wanted to happen at school, that I wanted to happen in a bunch of places. Just a bunch of pictures of things that I wanted. And I did this at the start of the year, so January. And a lot of these kind of seemed like not unattainable, just, I don't know, not non-realistic, I don't know. But it's crazy when you look at that every single day, and then you are at the end of the year, so end of 2021, and you look at that board and you see all these pictures that you put up at the start of the year, and you can literally go each picture and just check things off. Like, it was insane. And the specifics as well. Like, I remember putting a picture of Into the Woods, the musical, on that board. And a couple weeks into term one, in my musical theatre classes, they said, oh, we're doing a thing from Into the Woods. And I was like, excuse me? What? I went home and I was like, is it, what? Just crazy how things happen like that. But I love them. You can also do it on like Pinterest and stuff, but I just love having a physical board because you can obviously see it every day and like it's right there. So you don't have to like go through your phone and like find it like hidden somewhere on like a Pinterest board. It's like right there, bang, smack on your face. Like great tool. Definitely recommend to everyone. But yeah, I wanted to move on because I wanted to move on to your submitted bucket list items, because I just wanted to know, what do people want to do? What do people, what are on people's bucket lists? Because, and I got a bunch of responses, which I was so excited about. I was so excited to hear from everybody and to hear what they wanted to do. I just got so excited. So let's read some out. Okay, so we got a lot of traveling ones. We got a lot of like different like travel overseas with a friend, go to Europe, go to Iceland, go to Italy, travel the world, go to as many different countries as I can. So a lot of travel ones, and I completely agree. I want to travel as much as possible. There's a lot of countries that I want to see, and I can totally agree. Traveling is such a great bucket list item because it's really possible, but it kind of seems quite big and like scary, but we can all do it. We've all got it. It's pretty great. Oh, I got a couple of these ones, and I thought it was pretty specific the first time I saw it, but like another person said it, but yeah, and it's learn to fly a plane, which is really cool. I got two people saying that, and I just like all respect to you. I really hope you guys do it because that's so cool. I love it. I love it. Oh, another one is swimming with sharks. Oh, I can't say that is on my bucket list, but I'm glad that it is on yours. That one, but I feel like nothing would happen to me, so I probably would do it if someone was like, "Hey, you should swim with sharks." I would probably be like, "Okay." But that one's cool. That one's a really good one. Bungee jumping, that one's pretty good. I would never bungee jump. I am so sorry. I hate the feeling of falling. Like, ugh. I all respect, but I cannot. I cannot do that. Sorry, soz about it. Oh, what else? Go quad biking? Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I think I went quad biking when I was like 2 years old, but that is, I don't know if that memory is real. It probably isn't. We'll see. To go on one of the beaches with bioluminescent algae. Algae? Algae? And spend the whole night there. Yes. I've seen like the videos of and if you haven't seen, search it up because you go to the beach at nighttime and this whole like water, like the water like line on the ocean, I can't think, is glowing like blue because of this special like algae, I don't know. I want to do that too. I really do. It seems really fun. Oh, what else? Release a full-length film. I love that a lot. I've also really want to do like directing or like film work just because it seems so fun. And directing feels really cool. Like being able to say that you've directed a full-length film is really exciting and just that's a really good goal. I really like that. Become an actor. If that fails, drama teacher. I like that. I like that a lot. Being an actor would be very fun. That is what I'm studying to do, but more singing, as I'm doing right now. Okay, stop. See the northern lights. Oh, I want to see the northern lights, and I want to see if they're as bright as like pictures say they are, or if you can even see them. Like you probably can. Like I can probably search this up, but I feel like they're such a magical kind of thing. Oh, and there's a few more, but I won't get into it too much. Thank you so much, everybody who submitted one. I really enjoyed like seeing from all the people who uploaded a response. Make sure to keep your eyes out on the Instagram for any other things like this I do, because surely more will be coming up. But it was really great to hear, and I loved hearing everyone's goals, and hopefully it made you think about what you want to do. But yeah, totally great journal prompt. Just write down a bucket list of things that you want to do. Go insane if you want. I'm not going to judge you. But I think that's a pretty good way to wrap up the episode. I know it was short today, but I just wanted to get a cute little fun one out there. We'll see what happens next week. I hope everyone has an amazing week. I'll see you next week. Let's see how many times I can say the word week. Yeah, I'll see you all Thank you so much for listening. Please give the Instagram a follow, give a little 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Music, and give it a little thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much. I'll see you all. Goodbye.